To access our application, you go to its website, pixton.com. If you're a first-time user, you click Sign Up. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click Login. Pixton uses your Google credentials, so I can sign in with Google. Since I'm a teacher, I have an education account. I'm currently on the free account, but there are versions that cost $10 a month and they increase. Sometimes Pixton has specials that makes this cheaper. So I'm on this teacher dashboard, and here you see I have two classrooms. This is a lot like Google Classroom where you give your students a code and they join so you can see their work. In this first classroom, I'm going to click View Class. I don't have any students now because it's summer, but if I did, I would see them here. I can click Student Comments and see the work they created. If I have students and they've created avatars, all of their individual avatars would be here so we could have a class photo. And finally, I can print different class expectations or voice levels or things that might be appropriate for my class directly from Pixton. I'm going to return back to my dashboard, and you can also see that I can have the comics I created there. If I buy any content packs, for instance, those are add-ons, much like you would buy in a video game. I could have favorite comics and I could have printables. Also from this dashboard, you see the comic school up at the top. That's sort of a training environment. Not only does it tell you how to use Pixton, it also shows you some elements of storytelling that are important in comics. If I wanted to create a new comic, I would go into my comics and then I would create new comic. Instead of creating a new comic, I'm going to show you this comic that I've already made. So I'll click edit. The Pixton design environment is a lot like PowerPoint or Google Slides, so students are familiar with it. On the left side, you have the different panels, and then in the middle, you have an editing window. So I'm going to select my first panel, and if I wanted to add another panel, I could by clicking Add Panel. On this panel, you see the panel, what it looks like currently, the preview mode, and then these are different components in the middle that I could add to it. If I wanted to change the background, I would just click on a different background. I can search for a different background if I'd like. One thing to pay attention to though is make sure you're using Pixton components that come free with your plan. Sometimes Pixton has features that you have to pay additional money for, and there would be a lock symbol on the preview image. So here are the backgrounds. Next, I could edit the characters. I could add a character, or I wanted to edit this character. I would click Edit Character. I could change his outfit. I could change the color of his skin or his hair color. There's also Focus. Focus changes kind of what the scene looks like. It's almost like a zoom on a camera. If I wanted to zoom in on the two characters, I could do that here. I could zoom in on one character, and this is an important storytelling element and it makes the comic more interesting. If I'd like to change the words of the story, I could click on words and I can pick which character I want to change the words that they're saying. I can play with the faces. I can change face. I could click on change face, and then you'll see previews of what the faces look like. If I have a particular emotion I'd like, such as disgusted, I could click on disgusted, and then you'll see the different disgusted faces. Oh, oops, you'll see that one was locked, so it doesn't work. Let's try surprised. So there's the surprised face that works. And that definitely changes how the story comes across visually. Okay, next I can go to actions. Actions are basically the poses that the character is doing. So if I don't want him standing and looking to the left, perhaps I want him kneeling or stretching in this pose. I do that here. Once you've set up your panels and you're happy with the story that's being told, you can go through and you can decide if you want to change the lighting of the panels. So on the right side at the bottom, you'll see there's a sun, which is bright. There's a half moon that makes it a little darker. And there's the full crescent moon, which makes it dark. I can also go through and I can add different images in there. I could take a screenshot if I'd like. Once I'm happy with this, I click done. And then if it's a student, it would be in the classroom. As a teacher, I would be able to see their things. If I wanted to share this, I could click share. And then I have a ability to download that, the ability to print that, a direct link to the Pixton Comic on the website, and I can also share it on Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, or email it.